I ain't got no picture on. What up, people? It's your boy D Coney of D Coney Art. Welcome to my page. I know you can't see me, but this is the first of maybe, hopefully, more. But just thought I'd decide to go live real quick and watch Jazzy, who is a dope comedian. From a lot of times you see her on Instagram and things of that sort. She's in the D today. Hopefully I get to go check her out. And for now, just gonna get to drawing her. So I've already gone ahead and done the drawing and inked it last night before I passed out. So here, there's a couple of different ways you can do this, but what I did is in my layers, I added a new layer. We're gonna name this base skin, where bass like the music, no? All right. So we're gonna do the skin, and I'm just gonna take my pen, studio pen. It's one I usually use. And I'm just gonna go in and outline. That's way too heavy. All right, so I'm gonna lighten this skin tone a bit, cause you want to work in layers. Yeah, and then with this effect, you can kind of just outline everything and then just drop in the color, which I kind of like. But you got to make sure your outline is solid, so meaning there's no gaps. And these are all songs that I made, so I got to worry about folks jacking it or me jacking anybody else, because these are just being live streamed. I don't know, that's the greatest, whatever. So I'm just kind of sloppily doing this, but making sure that let's just see if this will work. Yo, there we go. So that's kind of dark. I'm gonna lighten it up a little bit. Boom, I like that a lot better. So we could, if we wanted to be perfect, we could go a little bit lighter. Cool. So with that, I can add another layer, and we're gonna add this as hair. Base. Bade? Base. Now, for whatever reason, I didn't include like the chat or whatever, so bear with me if you're watching and I don't see it. It's the first time I'm doing this, so learning lesson. All right, so here's a brown. I'm gonna get this dark brown here. And then we're gonna come over her hair with a lighter color. But notice I'm not being anal about, where this is, because usually you're gonna be doing a bunch of touch-ups anyway, so. What I'm really concerned with is every stroke that I last left off with are touching. So by the time I get around to this picture, all the lines are touching. So that we could do a drop. And I noticed that part didn't get hit, so I just kind of go in there and fill it. Boom. Now, we're gonna table the hair for now. So we're gonna come back in and do some highlights. But right now we got those two down, and then I can even come in and do her shirt. I like to do them on different layers, just because easier to keep track of. Now here, she's got like a leopard thing going. Oh, and then I left her arm out on that side. So it's really close to her skin tone, so I'm not sure if I'm feeling that. Definitely not feeling that. So I'm gonna leave it for now. And we're gonna go back to her skin. I'm still using the ink brush. Sometimes I don't feel like switching, and if it's opaque enough, I just roll with it, you know what I'm saying? So here, just cleaning up a couple areas. Now here, we're gonna go back because I missed the hair, the little flat part on the back here. So I'm gonna go back here. Now being careful that I don't hit this earring, which I just did. So just coloring, staying inside the lines, and just kind of being familiar with the brushes that you already have. There's a ton of standard brushes that come included with Procreate. And then not to mention, you know, you can make your own. A lot of people do. And I'm starting to find the need to explore and possibly make some of my own or put some settings myself to commonly used tools and effects that I'm trying to get. So we've got our base for our skin, our hair, and our shirt. So now what we want to do is come in and start to identify and put the base colors down for some of the details. I like to start with the eyes, but for whatever reason, just the lips are coming to me today. So I'm gonna start here with the lips. I'm gonna find a color that kind of reaches for what I want. Now here, I'm trying to, So same thing here. And that might not even be the color I'm looking for. I want to go with a more natural lip. So we're going to go with that one. And that'll leave room for me to do, shadows and effects once I get those down. So that's her bottom lip kind of being tucked under there. And then coming on this side. I don't know where my other tool is. So with this one, not a bunch to scream about at the moment, but be getting there. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to pay attention to this setting over here. All right, so here we go. Forget it. Where am I at? Tongue. So I did that on the wrong one. So if you do it on the wrong, come on. 3 tabs are supposed to redo. All right, so I jacked up. So here we go. I'm gonna duplicate this. This is gonna be my hair. This is gonna be my lips. All right, so here I'm gonna erase the lips because I don't want those in there. Use it. Alright. But then I also got to turn them off here because I won't see them getting erased. Only reason is just for organization purposes. I want the lips to be the lips. I want the hair to be the hair. So it's telling me that wasn't open. So I'm going to select the lips layer and erase the hair. So there's no confusion. That's just something, a little quick fix. Put the hair back, boom. All right, so now we're going to do the tongue. And it's like, Coney, you work on so many different layers. Yeah. I got mixed feelings about that. So I think this is the color I want to use here. A little bit more pale. Nah, that's not the color. So I want a little bit more orange in there. Similar to the tongue, actually. And I'm going to have to depend on shadowing and my second color to differentiate the two. All right. It's like playing doctor. All right, so now we got the teeth. I'm just like, I'm going underneath the, one of these teeth is like a go-to, this one. So I'm going beneath the layer that is my line layer. So actually I'm gonna fill those in. Okay. 2 taps, boom, it's backwards, and 3 taps is going forward. So 2 taps, you go back, 3 taps, you go forward. I just gotta make my brush small enough because that is a gold tooth that we're gonna be working on there. And this is her character, I forgot what the Toya Turnip, I think it is. Forgive me if it's not the name of the character, but I'm pretty sure it's Toya Turnip. But Jazzy's so dang on funny that I just remember all of it under Jazzy. All right. What is this brush? So that actually works better. So I'm just gonna kind of edit out this tooth here, so I know and remember what's going on. It's coming. All right, so here I'm gonna add eyes. Yes. Write this on. Again, my little pink. I don't like that. I'm gonna pick this color. Actually, I'm gonna pick this color. And I'm gonna go a little bit darker. And probably shouldn't have gone darker. I probably should go lighter. And you just gotta play with it until you like what you see. For time, I'm just gonna speed it up. I like to go with the gray for the eyes, not a straight white. Just again, so I can have room to play with the effects and the edits later. If you make it too absolute in the color that you want to do, whether it be dark or light, then you have no room to play. All right, so on our line layer, I feel like it's safe enough for me to fill that in. Cool. So here on the earrings, I'm gonna pick this color. I think I want to go with a more bright kind of gold. You know, I'm gonna share this one with the shirt layer, just because sometimes I get too layer happy. Sometimes I'm not doing enough layers, and then I get sometimes too layer happy. And sometimes just being a traditional artist, meaning not anything like traditional, but just working on paper. Now, if you hold it while you're making that, it'll sense that you're trying to make a curve and straighten out. But what I was trying to say is, being like a more traditional artist, yeah, I don't like them colors. It's real one-dimensional. They're all like that. All right, so I'm gonna have to rely on, I'm gonna go a darker goldish. And then that's gonna help. Uh-oh. The key is I want to get a clean line. And sometimes I'm just weird like that. I gotta flip it upside down and adjust it a little bit. And then I don't trip if it's not as clean as I need it to be. Either I'm like, yo, that's just what it's gonna be, or spend a little bit more time on it. Today is one of them that's what it's gonna be days. You feel me? You feel me? Yo, this used to be one of my favorite beats. Now, I could use the brush tool, which I usually do, but since I'm working in this medium with like cartoon, I don't think I really want to. I'm really being messy. But that just shows how awesome Procreate is, because it'll let you work even in mess, if you're a mess. So this one, I'm gonna go over here to airbrush and use the hard medium brush. So medium brush, and here are all your tools. I can streamline that to give me more of that automatic assistance as I'm working. So this one gives me more of a feathered type of situation as I'm drawing. Not sure if I'm crazy about it the way I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I don't like that at all. So instead of doing that, I'm gonna go back to the inking studio pen. And I like for these shadows to just be a bit harder. All right, bet. All right, Jazzy, let's get these eyebrows filled in. I'm gonna do this on the hair layer. And I'm gonna lighten it up just slightly. All right, bet. Now, did I get everything? No, I did not. So now I left. Let me get this tooth. Because this is on a, remember that color below it is still on a base. That's crazy to me. All right, so now is where some of the fun can happen. So that's gonna be a chrome shine. All right, so now I think, oh, let me put the chain in here. I don't really want to do this neck chain like she got. I ain't got time right now. I got myself on a timer, that's why I said that, because this is kind of unplanned. In the grand scheme of things. Alright, so this is not the greatest choice of color, because I can't even see it. Drawing on glass still has its weird things. So I don't know what's going on. I thought I could go live on Instagram too, because I ain't gonna lie to you. Jazzy in Detroit and a brother trying to go see her tonight. You feel me? You feel me? All right. I think, yeah, I got all my bases down now. And cool. Let's see. All right. So hold on. I'm on Instagram now too. What up, Instagram? All right, y'all. So I'm on YouTube Live, Instagram, if you're just joining, showing how to draw Watch Jazzy on the iPad Pro. Background color, because you're not really supposed to work against that. It's kind of tough. Yep. So now I'm going to go in here for all my base colors. And I like to group all of them together. But for time purposes, I'm not going to worry about that. So now, we're going to go do the skin. I'm going to put this down here so I keep it together. I select the skin color. And usually I can just go darker or richer in that area. I usually take the airbrushing tool. And I'm gonna put a clipping mask over there, and you see that arrow there? What it basically does is just put everything flat. I mean, not flat, but it only keeps me confined to the area right below it. Oh shoot. Alright. Instagram, I gotta go. So I want to go a little bit more toasty with it. Yeah. So now I can just kind of go in and block out the areas that are darker. I'm going to keep it pretty loose just because I'm not trying to be too deconey with it. And what does that mean? Just too detailed. And actually, I probably even shouldn't be using this brush. That's a hard brush. I definitely should not be using that brush. So I'm gonna do it with the medium. I'm going with the medium brush. I could even get away with the soft brush, to be quite honest with you. And yep, I like that better. So what we're gonna do is use the soft brush instead all together. I'm gonna take this down a little bit. And I'm just gonna kind of shade in her nose area. Just kind of give her some roundness. Over here being the darkest. And remember, you gotta go over it in passes, layers and passes. So with this one, I might even now bring the medium brush in to kind of just get a more defined shadow. And again, this is where I can do the most. So I'm trying to, in my head, keep it simple, or KISS. You know what that means? Keep it simple, stupid. You ever heard of that? Now, a lot of people use hard lines just to trap it in hard. I'm not a hard person. I don't like hard lines so much. But maybe that's just because I'm traditionally an airbrush artist. I don't know. I like soft. And Jasmine's soft. Not coming for you, Jay. Not like you soft. We all know you know, mess around. Alright, so this I don't want. There's a little line on one of my layers. And I don't know where it is. So that's the irritating part. You gotta find out what layer you did what on. So part of it is on this lips layer. And then where's the rest? The rest is on this layer. Cool. So where were we? Base skin tones. So it's real dark under here, where her tongue is. And then it gets darker under here near her chin. So I'm just kind of adding the paint where I need to put it. We're just gonna kind of shadow out that whole ear. And her light, I want to have like coming from that area. So with that being said, we're going to bring my soft brush back. Yo, I fooled on that entire one. I wasn't even on the right layer. I was on the base skin layer, and that's where you screw up. Ugh. Yeah, I gotta go back. So I'm just tapping backwards. That's crazy to me. Oh, nah. And I'm on live. Moving too fast. But that's gonna what happened. At least it's not like, and I think I can only go back so far, which sucks. Alright, so let's catch up. But see, now it's doing like it's supposed to and not going outside of her skin, which is what I wanted in the first place. Alright, so let's see. This is a chance to make it a little bit softer too. I think I was going a little bit too hard with it. I want to get in her eyes. Pause. So, I'm not a character maker. Caricature. I always don't know how to say that. And I'm an artist. That's bad. There go those lines again. So I want to see if I'm doing this. Wait. How I really want to, and I want to mix a few different colors in here because she's kind of animated. This character, she's got some blush in here that I want to capture before I have to go too ham crazy with the It's a little bit more red in here. Alright, cool. Like I said, because I don't want to make this an all-day event. And I'm already doing that. Take my eraser. Man, come on now. I could have swore I was hitting this. Oh, it's not highlighted. Alright, cool. So we're on the lips layer. Got my eraser. Getting rid of that ugly line that's there. And it's on here. Cool. Now we got a smooth blend. Now, I'd like to go a little bit further with this. I'm gonna take this one. I don't really like that one. I'm going to use a color because sometimes when you go with too many browns, it can get dark and muddy. So I'm going to go with a purple instead, just to illustrate the darker side of her face. So that's a way to feed off the blush without going too dark. And even still, I'm kind of like torn with that. So I'm going to add the colors and then I'm going to come back over it with my dark brown. End up airbrushing anyway. Uh-oh. See, that's a little hard. So I could take this blending tool. Oh. Come on, blend that baby. Blend that baby. You gotta blend that baby. All right, cool. I probably need to buy my ticket. And I be forgetting to zoom in, man. That's like the best function of this iPad and just digital. Don't be afraid to zoom in on your work and get in there and get those details that otherwise you wouldn't. Yo, that dog outside, I could just strangle him or his owner. It's hot as all get out today. They got dogs out. All right, so just kind of making my way through this. All right, I got the skin kind of how I like it. And I'm just going to smooth out certain parts. Like this here. This one's under here, so we're going to do this. Yep. Smoothing that out a little bit. I like the blending tool because it can kind of like take some from one place and smear it to the other without me having to redraw it. See? Take some brown over here and just move it over. Now I am gonna still play around with it like this by adding a little. Just got that little contour thing going on. Now I'm gonna blend this. Cool. I'm about sick of this music. Yo. No, I don't like that. So I forgot to do shadow underneath. Still on the right one. I don't need y'all hearing that too much. Now I'm gonna bring this down just to. So some of my details you don't have to do with the actual pen. You can do with the airbrush. It comes off smoother, more natural, and is a better look for your drawing. So this is where, what am I on? So my tongue layer, because I kind of want it to go over my lip layer. I'm gonna come in with this brown. I'm gonna do the medium, medium hard brush. Jay Johnson, what up, though? Just trying out this live feature drawing Jazzy tonight. You going to the concert, the comedy concert she had at the Punchline? I know you are. You be everywhere. This is the Jay Johnson I'm thinking of. If I'm thinking what I'm thinking, all right. So I'm gonna add a. What's going on here? So I want to add a layer where I won't go outside of the lips. Oh, I got too many layers. Shoot. What? All right. So I got too many layers. So we're gonna merge these. And I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need that. So just starting to get rid of some of the layers I don't need, since Procreate is like, hey, player, you got too many layers open. We know you trying to be organized and whatnot, but we ain't feeling that, joint. So we're going here with this lip liner. And then come back. You definitely don't want to hear that again. I really don't need to do that. I don't even got no music for y'all. Y'all like this guy. Yo, go easy on me. This is my first time going live on YouTube. Shout out for all my people joining me live on YouTube. Even if you just stopping in, seeing what's popping, and keeping it moving, I appreciate you. Anyway, you feel me? You feel me? All right. So I'm getting carried away, but it's coming along. You see how just a few shadows and just a little bit of time, you know, can turn this whole thing around. So here I want to do just a little chokey choke. Probably not a chokey choke. I don't want to choke you. And then I'm going to go here under with the soft brush. Just, Yep, I want to get a little bit under the arms. but I want to go with a darker brown. And I'm going to even go with a medium brush. Shoot, what time is it? Oh, it's time for me to wrap on up. That's too dark. Oh, trying to make Jasmine have some boobies, but not sure if that's gonna work today. So it's got a real airbrush feel right now. I know. But like I said, I'm traditionally an airbrush artist, so sometimes I don't really be caring, dog. So I'm just gonna spread this out, just kind of set up the blends that I want to kind of flow into each other. This one I want to kind of bring down more. Cool. And then I want to put a little something out here. Now this is kind of needing to be erased. Yo. Now she's got a little lip thing here. Gotta be careful to not draw that as a mustache, which is real easy to do. But it's more like the top of her lip. Let's get this soft brush. See how it looks like a mustache. Yeah. So let's do this. Drawing a little detail, you know. Hey. So I don't know. That's what we want. That's what we get. That's what we want. And that's what we get. That's what we want. And that's what we get. Give me that bounce. Give me that bounce. Give me that's what we want. And that's what we get. Give me that bounce. Give me that bounce. Give me that bounce. Yo. Man. Give me that bounce. Give me that bounce. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Nope, I don't want them to be black. So we're gonna take the touch-ups hairbrush. And I'm gonna go down here with the black. What? I'm on the right one now, here. Yeah. Go a little darker. A little bigger. Get them eyebrows on fleek, right? I'm being a messy something. And then we're just cleaning up the eyebrows. I used the hairbrush to get some texture. It didn't come out exactly like I wanted it to. To be quite honest. What was that about? Woo! The fudge is this? I can't play this. What in the fudge cakes? What layers is on? See, that's why you gotta know what layers you are on. Fudge cakes. All right, y'all. I'm about to break out. Hopefully you enjoyed so far. I'm not gonna finish this right now because I gotta keep it moving. But just a little sample of how you can start to draw and shadow on Procreate. This is way too long for me to do live. It's my first one, so bear with me. But yo, Jazzy, hope you feeling it, homie. I'ma finish it on Instagram. Make sure to follow me and Jazzy